Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to talk about something very important, something that can completely change your life. Value yourself. Most people are not living the life they want. Not because they are not capable, but because they do not value themselves. They accept less. They tolerate disrespect. They ignore their own worth. And slowly they lose their confidence. The truth is simple. The way you treat yourself teaches others how to treat you. If you don't value yourself, the world won't value you either. In this video, we will learn powerful lessons to understand your worth and start respecting yourself. Lesson 1. Stop accepting less than you deserve. The first and most important step to valuing yourself is this. Stop accepting less than you deserve. Many people stay in situations where they are not respected. They stay in places where they are not appreciated. They accept behavior that hurts them. Why? Because they feel they have no better option. Because they think they are not worthy of more. For example, someone may treat you badly. They may ignore you. They may not respect your time or effort. But instead of speaking up, you stay silent. You adjust. You tolerate. This is where self-value starts to decrease. Another important truth is that what you tolerate becomes your standard. If you accept disrespect once, it becomes normal. If you keep accepting it, it becomes a pattern. And slowly, you start believing that this is what you deserve. Another powerful point is that people treat you based on your boundaries. If you allow everything, people will do everything. But if you set limits, people respect you. Another important lesson is to understand your worth. You're not ordinary. You have value. Your time matters. Your energy matters. Your presence matters. And you should not give it to everyone. Another powerful benefit of valuing yourself is confidence. When you stop accepting less, you feel stronger. You feel more in control. Another important truth is that saying no is powerful. Many people are afraid to say no. They want to please everyone. But this leads to self-neglect. Saying no is not rude. It is self-respect. Another powerful point is that you must protect your energy. Not every situation deserves your time. Not every person deserves your attention. Choose wisely. Another important lesson is to walk away when needed. If something is not right for you, leave. You do not need to stay where you are not valued. Another powerful benefit is peace of mind. When you stop accepting less, your life becomes more peaceful. You remove negativity. Another important truth is that valuing yourself is not selfish. It is necessary. You cannot build a strong life if you keep lowering your standards. Another powerful point is growth. When you stop accepting less, you create space for better opportunities. Another important lesson is to respect yourself first. If you respect yourself, others will follow. The truth is simple. You teach people how to treat you by what you accept. If you accept less, you get less. But when you value yourself, everything changes. You become stronger, you become confident, and your life starts to improve. Lesson 2. Respect yourself first. Everything starts with you. The second powerful truth is this. If you do not respect yourself, no one else will truly respect you. Self-value always starts from within. Many people look for respect from others. They want appreciation. They want recognition. They want to feel important. But they forget one thing. Respect is not something you demand from others. It is something you build inside yourself. For example, if you ignore your own needs, if you break your own promises, If you allow yourself to stay in negative situations, then deep inside you are telling yourself, I am not important. My needs do not matter. And when you treat yourself this way, others start treating you the same. Another important truth is that self-respect is built through your actions. It is not about words. It is about how you live your life. If you say you will do something and you do it, you build trust in yourself. If you keep breaking your promises, you lose that trust. Another powerful point is discipline. When you follow your routine, when you work on your goals, when you take care of your responsibilities, you feel strong. You feel in control. This builds self-respect. Another important lesson is to keep promises to yourself. Many people make promises like, I will wake up early, I will work on my goals. But they do not follow through. This damages self-trust. Start small. Keep simple promises. And slowly, your self-respect will grow. Another powerful benefit is confidence. When you respect yourself, you naturally feel confident. You do not need approval from others. You know your value. Another important truth is how you talk to yourself matters. If you constantly criticize yourself, if you say negative things about yourself, your self-respect decreases. But if you speak positively, if you encourage yourself, your self-worth increases. Another powerful point is taking care of yourself. Your health, your time, your mental peace. All of these are important. When you take care of yourself, you send a message. I matter. Another important lesson is to avoid self-neglect. Do not ignore your needs just to please others. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Another powerful benefit is emotional strength. When you respect yourself, you do not depend on others for validation. You stay stable. Another important truth is that self-respect protects you. It stops you from entering wrong situations. It helps you make better decisions. Another powerful point is standards. When you respect yourself, your standards become higher. You do not accept anything that lowers your value. Another important lesson is to choose yourself, not in a selfish way, but in a healthy way. You must prioritize your growth and peace. Another powerful benefit is control. When you respect yourself, you take control of your life. You stop depending on others for your happiness. The truth is simple. Everything starts with you. If you respect yourself, the world will reflect that. But if you ignore your own value, others will ignore it too. So start today. Respect your time. Respect your effort. Respect your life. Because the moment you respect yourself, everything begins to change. That is how you build true self-worth. Lesson 3. Stop seeking validation from others. The third powerful truth is this. If your happiness depends on others' approval, you will never truly value yourself. Many people are constantly looking for validation. They want others to agree with them. They want others to praise them. They want others to accept them. And when they don't get it, they feel low. They feel insecure. They start doubting themselves. For example, you may do something good, but instead of feeling proud, you wait for others to notice. If people appreciate you, you feel happy. If they don't, you feel disappointed. This means your self-worth is controlled by others. Another important truth is that people's opinions are not always correct. Everyone sees the world differently. Everyone has their own mindset. So if you depend on their opinions, your confidence will always change. Another powerful point is that seeking validation creates pressure. You start living to impress others. You start changing yourself to fit their expectations. And slowly, you lose your real identity. Another important lesson is to trust your own judgment. You do not need approval for everything. You know your intentions. You know your efforts. That should be enough. Another powerful benefit is freedom. When you stop seeking validation, you feel free. You do not worry about what others think. You live according to your values. Another important truth is that no matter what you do, people will always have opinions. Some will like you, some will not. You cannot control that. So why let it control you? Another powerful point is self-approval. Learn to appreciate yourself. Recognize your efforts. Be proud of your progress. You do not need others to tell you your worth. Another important lesson is to stop comparing yourself with others. Comparison increases insecurity. It makes you feel less. But your journey is different. Your growth is unique. Another powerful benefit is confidence. When you stop looking outside for approval, you start building confidence inside. You become stable. Another important truth is that validation is temporary. People may praise you today and ignore you tomorrow. If your happiness depends on this, it will never stay stable. Another powerful point is authenticity. When you stop seeking validation, you become your real self. You do not pretend. You do not act. You are natural. Another important lesson is to focus on your values. What matters to you? What do you believe in? Live according to that. Another powerful benefit is peace of mind. When you stop caring about every opinion, your mind becomes calm. You feel lighter. Another important truth is that your worth does not change based on others' opinions. You are valuable whether people recognize it or not. Another powerful point is independence. When you value yourself, you do not depend on others emotionally. You stand strong on your own. The truth is simple. If you keep looking for validation, you will always feel incomplete. But when you start validating yourself, you become whole. Stop chasing approval. Start building self-worth. Because the moment you stop needing others' approval, you truly start valuing yourself. Lesson 4. Protect your energy. Not everyone deserves access to you. The fourth powerful truth is this. If you want to value yourself, you must protect your energy. Your time, your attention, and your emotional strength are limited. And not everyone deserves access to them. Many people feel tired, stressed, and drained. Not because they are weak, but because they give their energy to the wrong people and the wrong situations. For example, think about your daily life. How many times do you say yes when you actually want to say no? How many times do you listen to negativity? How many times do you spend time with people who do not respect you? Each time you do this, your energy decreases. And slowly, you feel exhausted. Another important truth is that your energy is your power. Without energy, you cannot focus. You cannot grow. You cannot feel happy. That is why protecting your energy is not optional. It is necessary. Another powerful point is that not every person deserves your time. Just because someone is available does not mean they are valuable for your life. You must choose wisely. Another important lesson is to recognize energy drainers. These can be negative people, people who complain all the time, people who do not respect your boundaries, situations that create stress. If something constantly makes you feel low, it is draining your energy. Another powerful benefit of protecting your energy is mental peace. When you reduce negativity, Your mind becomes lighter. You feel calm. You feel more in control. Another important truth is that you cannot help everyone. Many people try to fix others. They try to solve everyone's problems. But this drains them. You can care, but you must also protect yourself. Another powerful point is boundaries again. You must learn to limit your availability. You do not need to be available all the time. It is okay to take space. Another important lesson is to prioritize yourself. Not in a selfish way, but in a healthy way. Your growth matters. Your peace matters. Another powerful benefit is focus. When your energy is not wasted, you can focus on your goals. You become more productive. Another important truth is that your environment affects your energy. If you are surrounded by negativity, your mindset becomes negative. But if you are around positive and focused people, you grow. Another powerful point is quality over quantity. It is better to have a few good people in your life than many negative ones. Choose wisely. Another important lesson is to listen to your feelings. If something feels draining, it probably is. Trust that feeling. Another powerful benefit is confidence. When you protect your energy, you feel stronger. You feel in control of your life. Another important truth is that you teach people how to treat you by what you allow. If you allow everything, people will take advantage. But if you set limits, people will respect you. Another powerful point is balance. You do not need to cut everyone off, but you must manage your time and energy carefully. The truth is simple. If you do not protect your energy, you will feel drained. And when you are drained, you cannot grow. But when you protect your energy, you protect your peace. You protect your focus. You protect your life. And that is a powerful step in valuing yourself. Because the moment you start protecting your energy, you start respecting your worth. Lesson 5. Build strong self-confidence through action. The fifth powerful truth is this. You cannot value yourself without confidence, and confidence is built through action, not thinking. Many people wait to feel confident before they start something. They think, I will start when I feel ready. I need more confidence first. But this is the biggest mistake. Confidence does not come before action. It comes after action. For example, if you want to improve your life, but you keep waiting to feel confident, you will never begin. You will keep thinking. You will keep planning. But nothing will change. Another important truth is that confidence grows step by step. It is not something you get suddenly. It is something you build slowly through experience. Each small action gives you proof that you can do more. Another powerful point is that action removes fear. When you stay in your mind, fear grows. But when you take action, fear reduces. You realize that things are not as difficult as you imagined. Another important lesson is to start small. You do not need to do something big immediately. Take small steps. Even a small win builds confidence. Another powerful benefit is momentum. When you start, it becomes easier to continue. Each step pushes you forward. Another important truth is that failure is part of confidence. Many people are afraid to fail. But failure teaches you. It makes you stronger. It improves your skills. Without failure, there is no growth. Another powerful point is self-trust. When you take action regularly, you start trusting yourself. You know that you can handle situations. This builds strong confidence. Another important lesson is to stop overthinking. Thinking too much creates doubt. Action creates clarity. Focus on doing, not thinking. Another powerful benefit is independence. When you are confident, you do not depend on others' approval. You believe in yourself. Another important truth is that confidence affects how others see you. When you are confident, people respect you more. They trust you more. Another powerful point is consistency. Confidence is not built in one day. You must take action regularly. This creates long-term strength. Another important lesson is to celebrate your progress. Even small achievements matter. Recognize them. This boosts your confidence. Another powerful benefit is self-worth. When you see your progress, you start valuing yourself more. You realize your potential. Another important truth is that confidence changes your life. It changes how you think. It changes how you act. It changes how you see yourself. The truth is simple. You cannot build confidence by waiting. You build it by acting. Take small steps. Keep moving forward. Each action makes you stronger. And when you become confident, you naturally start valuing yourself because you see what you are capable of. That is how you grow into your true power. Lesson 6. Stop comparing yourself. Focus on your own journey. The sixth powerful truth is this. Comparison destroys your self-worth. If you keep comparing yourself with others, you will never feel enough. There will always be someone ahead of you, someone more successful, someone more confident, someone more skilled. And if you keep looking at them, you will start feeling less. For example, you may be doing well in your life. You are improving. You are learning. But the moment you compare yourself with someone else, your focus changes. Instead of seeing your progress, you see your lack. This creates insecurity. Another important truth is that everyone has a different journey, different starting points, different opportunities, different struggles. So comparing your life with someone else is not fair. It is not accurate. Another powerful point is that comparison shifts your focus. Instead of working on yourself, you start watching others. You waste time thinking about their life, and you forget your own growth. Another important lesson is to compete with yourself, not with others. Ask yourself, am I better than yesterday? Am I improving? This creates real progress. Another powerful benefit is confidence. When you focus on your own journey, you see your growth. You feel proud. You feel strong. Another important truth is that social media increases comparison. You see people's highlights. You see their success, but you do not see their struggles. This creates a false image. Another powerful point is that comparison creates pressure. You feel like you are behind. You feel like you are not enough. This reduces your self-worth. Another important lesson is to limit comparison triggers. Reduce unnecessary scrolling. Focus on your own work. This protects your mindset. Another powerful benefit is peace of mind. When you stop comparing, your mind becomes calm. You feel satisfied with your progress. Another important truth is that your growth is unique. You have your own path, your own timing, trust it. Another powerful point is gratitude. When you focus on what you have, you feel more positive. You stop feeling less. Another important lesson is to appreciate your journey. Every step matters. Every effort counts. Another powerful benefit is motivation. When you focus on your own progress, you feel motivated to improve. Another important truth is that comparison steals your joy. Even if you achieve something, you will not feel happy if you keep comparing. Another powerful point is self-awareness. Understand your strengths. Understand your weaknesses. Work on them. Another important lesson is to stay focused. Your life is your responsibility. Your growth is your mission. The truth is simple. Comparison makes you feel small, but focus makes you grow. Stop looking at others. Start looking at yourself. Because the moment you focus on your own journey, you start valuing yourself. And when you value yourself, your life begins to change. Lesson 7. Build a life that reflects your worth. The final and most powerful truth is this. Valuing yourself is not just a thought. It is a lifestyle. It is not enough to say, I respect myself. You must live in a way that proves it. Your daily habits, your decisions, your environment, and your standards should all reflect your worth. For example, if you truly value yourself, you will not waste your time on things that do not help you grow. You will not stay in situations that drain you. You will not ignore your goals. Your actions will match your self-worth. Another important truth is that your life is a reflection of your standards. If your standards are low, your life will reflect that. If your standards are high, your life will rise. What you accept, what you allow, what you focus on, all of these shape your reality. Another powerful point is discipline. When you value yourself, you become disciplined. You take care of your health. You manage your time. You stay focused on your goals. Not because you are forced to, but because you respect yourself. Another important lesson is to design your environment. Your surroundings affect your mindset. If you are in a negative environment, your energy goes down. But if you create a positive and focused environment, your growth becomes easier. Choose what you allow into your life. Another powerful benefit is clarity. When you value yourself, you know what you want. You do not get distracted easily. You stay focused. Another important truth is that your time is your most valuable asset. When you respect your time, you use it wisely. You do not waste it on things that do not matter. Another powerful point is your circle. The people around you influence your life. If you are surrounded by people who do not value you, your self-worth decreases. But if you are around people who respect and support you, you grow. Choose your circle carefully. Another important lesson is consistency. Living with self-worth is not a one-time decision. It is something you practice daily. In your habits, in your choices, in your mindset. Another powerful benefit is long-term success. When your life reflects your worth, you naturally attract better opportunities, better people, better results. Another important truth is that you become what you practice. If you practice discipline, you become disciplined. If you practice self-respect, you become strong. Another powerful point is alignment. Your thoughts, your actions, and your goals should all be aligned. This creates power. Another important lesson is to upgrade your life step by step. You do not need to change everything at once. Start small. Improve one area at a time. Another powerful benefit is pride. When you live according to your worth, you feel proud of yourself. You feel satisfied. Another important truth is that no one will build your life for you. It is your responsibility, and you have the power to shape it. The truth is simple. Valuing yourself is not just about thinking differently. It is about living differently. When your actions match your worth, your life transforms. You become stronger. You become more confident. You become unstoppable. And when you build a life that reflects your worth, you no longer chase respect. You naturally attract it. That is the final step to truly valuing yourself. You are not ordinary. You are not replaceable, and you are not meant to live a life where you feel less than you are. The problem is not your ability. The problem is how you see yourself. The moment you start valuing yourself, everything begins to change. Your mindset changes. Your decisions change. Your life changes. So stop accepting less. Stop seeking approval. Stop doubting your worth. Start respecting yourself. Start choosing yourself. Start building a life that matches your value. Because when you truly value yourself, the world will start valuing you too. If you found this video powerful, make sure to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more life-changing content. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video.